What's up, guys? Twig46 here with the next episode of Silent Hunter 4. One moment here. Get the volume where I like it. Anyway, welcome. Ugh. Wow. Welcome back. It's been a while. I don't exactly remember what I was doing. I don't exactly remember how to play, to be perfectly honest. But we're gonna do our best anyway. Alright, let's move this one just a little bit, just so we don't run into that island there. Okay, let's see here, what was I doing? Let's check our ship count here. I believe last time I really fragged it up hard. I shot way too many torpedoes. Let's see what I have. Yeah, I shot way too many torpedoes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for what? 4 ships. So I remember we're shooting one with a cannon. But anyway, onward to this episode. Having a bit of a thinking about it, because the 2 episodes ago it got over 50 views, which for me is phenomenal. But then the last one only got about 25 views or so. So I know for a fact that I wasn't as happy doing the last one when I was playing. And two of them ago, I think I was drinking. I don't remember though. But basically, you know how I've been doing it every other day for a long time? It's like just cranking out material, right? I think what I'm gonna do is only film it when I'm happy and only film it when I want to actually be playing. That way it gives you guys the highest quality material possible, and I don't like have to sit here and just hate life playing the game, you know what I mean? Alright, so that's out of the way. I think that's how I'm gonna do it from now on, is just whenever I feel like it. No set schedules. Pretty much just whenever whenever I upload it, that's when I'll publish it. But generally, in general, the fingers that they go together. In general, my days off are on Wednesdays and Saturdays, so it's probably gonna be on one of those 2 days that it's gonna be posted. So that's how we're gonna play from now on, I think. Because as you know, there's the data limit in my area, so it prevents me from, you know, just slamming out content left and right as fast as I want. So yeah. Anyway, we got us a ship to kill, so I have actually a funny story about yesterday, I think it was. Yeah, yesterday was just insane. I'll tell you about that after I sink the ship, because he is the priority. Okay, so we need to do what kind of an attack here? I'm gonna do a front attack, a fore attack, because I am gonna bet money on it that this guy's gonna change course at least once during this engagement. So, yes, sir. To prevent that from being an issue, we're going to slow down a bit. Okay, so we need some information. We need our safe diving depth. We need our sonar tracking depth. We need our scope depth, which would be about 600. There we go. Okay. So obviously when this guy gets closer, we'll put the circles on top of my guy. And then that'll, yeah. But, ooh, look. I actually got that really good. That looks nice. I'm digging it. I'm digging it, dogs. Yo, I'm all like gangster and stuff. Check out that beautiful sunset over there. Let's get some sexy submarine military porn. Yeah, man. You know you love it. What I don't love, though, is if you look at the bottom line, how grainy that looks. So let's get it a little bit more sexy. the sexiest. Oh man. Alright, cool. So enough like, you know, fantasizing. let's move on. Okay, let's see if we can I know it's a bit premature, but let's dive and see if we can get a listen. So let's see here what we got.
Current depth 40.
Alright guys, there's the contact. What do you think it is? I honestly don't know. Anyway, I'm guessing it's gonna be a medium ship, somewhere's in the 4,000 to 6,000 ton range.
Yes, sir. New depth 15.
Yes, sir.
Let's see if I can nail this. Oh, wait, here we go. Wonderful. The real trick is to get it low. There we go. Low, but not too low. Oh yeah, it looks beautiful. Alright. I am... Whoa. It looks like my ship was on fire for a second. Okay. Stunning visuals. Love this game. If you haven't bought it, go buy it. Wait for it to go on sale. It's worth it. I love this game. I think I probably put in like probably close to 250 hours in on this game so far. Okay, while we're here, another circle we're going to need is the range to target circle. And we're going to need the steam powered range 4100 at fast speed. Alright. So yeah, we will definitely, 4100 is here. Given our current position, we'll be off by a little bit, but that's okay. We can always speed up a little bit. Okay, so ship is coming into range. I'm gonna go ahead and slow her down. And slow it down. Because we need to adjust the line a little bit. It's a little bit off. So we be looking more at a line like that, I think. Yeah, give or take. Good enough for me. Alright, range to target circle. Oops. Is this one. Our range to target is approximately good enough. Let's see. We need to get our safe diving distance. And all these other circles squared away. So we got all that information. And now we have this cookie, creamy, crunchy, caramel yumminess. It looks like a jawbreaker. Jawbreaker. Incidentally, I said jawbreaker. I remember watching a show as a kid called Ed, Edd and Eddy. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of that.
Yes, sir. New depth 5.
But I watched it and I thought it was great. Great fun. And I know for a fact that it was the longest running original Cartoon Network cartoon that was released as part of the, it helped launch Cartoon Network as a channel. So yeah, it was the longest running cartoon. So yeah, there's that. People think it's strange, but I like it. But that's where the jawbreakers come from. We can see them. I don't want to see them. Is our periscopes up or something?
Current depth 40.
We shouldn't be seeing him. Anyway, let's keep going. I'm taking this attack a little bit slower than usual, not to draw it out, but because I haven't played in forever, and so it's not as instinctive to me. You know, how it's all gonna play out. It's very much, I know what's basically gonna happen, but I don't, like, know, like, okay, this is when I need this, this is this, I'm going this fast, so therefore the line will move about this close, etc., etc. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have that intuitive feel anymore. Which is great, because it actually makes it a lot more stressful for me to do it. I mean, if you're playing these games, you know, every other day, or sometimes 3 or 4 episodes a day, you know, it gets a little bit intuitive, but, you know, for me, I know the 3-minute mark, and that is coming around. Coming around. Alright, what we got? 5 more seconds. So remember in the older episodes where it's just like, yeah, that would be just, I would know exactly when to cut it and it'd get it right on again, just because I haven't been playing enough. Alrighty, guys, what you say that is? I'd say that's about 10 knots. That's medium speed. He was going fast. Alright, so if we did this right, he should be intersecting about here, and that is when we will take our speed check, is when he's on that line. So let us see what happens. As he comes down, we are going to, of course, adjust our range to target a little bit. Alright, here he comes.
Merchant, bearing 294.
Okay, right about there. Alright, he's at the edge of the line. Or is close enough. Alrighty, sir. You should be at the middle of that circle in approximately 3 minutes, if all things are according to plan.
Merchant, bearing.
And boom! Alright, so we gotta make a mark, and we will adjust our predicted circle over what actually happened, and we'll see how well they match up. And as you can see, they match up perfectly. So, let's start observing. They say he's on a bearing of 300, which is over here. There she blows. Alright, let's get a true line. Perfect true line.
Bearing 301. Closing.
Oops. No, it's a little bit off. Mine is a little bit off. So I'm going to, well, I'll just draw a new one. Doesn't really matter. Want it to be perfect. Oh, actually that does matter, because that's going to be confusing as frack. Alright, get that out of my face. Only need one line. Okay. Fun fact, I did watch a documentary about the history of torpedoes. And apparently when we went to war, there were, I believe, 2 major problems with our torpedoes at that time. First off, they ran about, I'd say 10 to 13 feet too deep, if I remember correctly. And the other problem was the contact, well, no, it was the magneto detonator, because of Earth's varying magnetic disruptions. It was virtually impossible to make a sensor that would work every single time, as much as you'd want it to.
Bearing.
So that was a major problem. 44. Another major problem, 30, 44,
Yes, sir.
is I can't talk and speak at the same time.
4.
Yes, sir.
Or talk and speak, talk and think at the same time. Another major problem was a contact detonator. There was a little ring in there that was supposed to hold everything together and make sure it didn't break, but of course it did. And so when it didn't break, or when it broke on impact, it would cause the weapon to fail. So they just had to put a stronger ring in there, and voila, it fixed the problem. Let's see, I don't need those informations anymore. What I need is my ship to be in the correct heading. What I also need to do is, at this point, is start making a solution. So, he's coming this way. We pegged him for 10. Let's see here. What's our torpedo load right now? We got steam, electric. So we're gonna fire 1 and 2. That's all I need to know. Alright. Contact. Okay, depth is fine, so we just need to make sure that they're on high speed. That's all that matters. Okay, so we got them pegged for 10. Angle on bow. Oh, we're exactly perfect. So let's just try this out and see what happens. And of course, the range will be set for maximum. And as you can see, we got a pretty good solution. So that's a good temporary solution until we get more specific measurements. Now, constantly updating the estimated range to target. Let's see. That's fine. We're going to be firing here, so we're a good 30 degrees of play. Okay, let's do, just to pass the time, we'll do another speed check. And then we'll get the visual acquisition part of it done. So let's go ahead and do that. One, 2,
Bearing.
and 3. Booyah. Alright, what we got here?
0, 4.
What we have here is an exact perfect thing. Alright, 308 is our sound guys.
Bearing. 3, 0, 9.
Aw yeah, baby. Exactly what I predicted it would be. Alright, so we're gonna get a idea of what we're shooting at here. Here we are. Get a range estimation. And that'll do. So clickety click. Check that that's what it is.
0.
And downscope. Okay. So, knowing what it is, it has a draft of 15. I think we're gonna run shallow,
Bearing.
just in case that he's not heavily laden down. Alright, so we're good. So we're gonna check up on him again when he's at 335, right? So here we go. Okay, constant distance.
3, 1, 3.
Alright. He's still pretty much where we said he should be.
3, 8.
He's a little bit, we're gonna have to fire a little bit early. But he's pretty much right where we want him to be.
3.
Alright, so 350, so we need to make our tubes ready. We need a final range estimation.
4. 1.
Alright, we're going with 18. Give me my thingy-majigger.
Bearing. 3.
It was about there.
4.
Oops, another one. Good enough. Alright, cool.
Bearing. 3. 4. 4.
Right, get that out of my face.
4.
Get that out of my face. Give me the big red button. We're gonna have to fire a little bit early from where we would want them to hit because he's at a slight angle.
Bearing.
But
3.
we go about here. It's away. And away.
Nine.
There's the ordnance. Let's go to our attack map and track it. It's almost online. Okay, so here they go.
Bearing. 3. 5. 2.
Pretty good, pretty good.
3.
Alright, let's see the visual results.
4.
Torpedo impact.
Boom. Oh, he's dead. He's so dead. He's dead before the second torpedo hit. And there's the second one. Excellent work, gentlemen. Excellent work, gentlemen. And we took out his engine, too. Oh, that's lovely. Let's go check it out. Why not, right? He'd be dead before I even get there. Yeah, he's going forward and going down at the same time. Obviously now he's going backwards, but yeah, okay. Get out of my face. Ah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, so there she is. Let's get back up on the surface then.
Yes, sir. New depth. 1. 5.
Yes, sir.
Ahead 1/3.
Okay, and our periscope be down, so we're minimizing our signature. And there you go, a nice little neat engagement. It did everything that I expected it to do. Nothing fancy, but you know, I got a ship, so good. Yeah, and get rid of all of my marks because I don't need them anymore. And of course, return to the course that we were planning. Okay, so let's see here. We got 2 more steams, so we're gonna go ahead and load those up. Alright, so I promised you guys a story. Okay, so over here it was predicted to be snowy, icy, and it was. So I was all hoping on Thursday that I wouldn't have to go into work on Friday because it would just be so bad that no one would want to do it. But of course it was good enough, so I stayed up like probably half an hour to 45 minutes later than I should have. So I was really kind of tired, but like whatever. It's going to be slow because it's ice out. Anyway, someone called in, so I was doing my normal job, and then at some point the boss comes over. He's like, "Oh hey, I need you to do like all this stuff, you know, for this other person too." So I was like, "Okay, whatever." So I had to do 2 people's jobs on Friday. See, what are some of the other crazy things, right? So my heater broke, the main heater broke. It's so cold and so humid in my house that the water is condensing on the windows at such a pace that is actually flooding off the little sill and onto the woodwork, which is not good. So we had to get the heat fixed immediately, which we did. And now it's too hot. It's like I put it for like 70, it's like going up to 75 for some reason. I put it down to 60, it's at 70, so I'm confused about that. When they did the repairs, they found that the guy who quote unquote fixed it right before I moved in a couple months ago, because they had to bring it back up to code, he put in this wire thing, right? And the wires didn't connect right. So it was basically sparking and arcing inside there the whole time that I turned it on for the 2.5 weeks that I had it. And so I could have burnt my house down because some, you know, insert tons of bad words here, didn't do his job right. All right. So hopefully I can get some kind of legal action or some kind of thing going for that. That would be awesome. I love free money. Anyway, so that happened. What else happened? Lots of crazy stuff. So like, my parents came into the store and gave me a bottle of wine and some chips and all this food. Not in the store, but they came over to my house, you know, because they had to supervise the repair because I was at work. It was scheduled on Friday, right? So that happened. My parents came in and cleaned my room. I'm like, oh my god, why did you make my bed? Not that I care, because, you know, there it sits unmade. I mean, come on, like be real. Like, you get your covers on your body, and then all you gotta do to wake up is you just unfold this flap, right? And then, you know, you just step out. And then when you want to get back in bed, you just get back in bed and then pull the flap down, right? And it's done, and you don't have to worry about it. It's like, who cares? So that was crazy. Let's see, there's probably some other few things at work that I don't really remember, because I don't really care. Like, as soon as I get home, like, that work day is like done out of my mind, unless like someone's yelling at me for some shit. It's like, freaking grow up. Stacking produce, not like at the hospital or whatever. Just do your job. Anyway, so while I was out on my walk, because that's what I do on my breaks, is I don't sit in the break room, I actually walk around the building. I decided to take the rain route the first time on my break, because there's undercover areas, right, but only on the front side, so I have to walk back and forth twice to make it 15 minutes, whereas normally I would just walk around the whole building once and it'd be fine. But on my lunch, my car was out in the parking lot, so I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna go this the normal route, walk around the buildings, fine, whatever. I fell like twice because it was so icy, and then on this one side of the building where the wind was hitting it all the time, it was so bad. I was like walking on the, like, my hands out, like, I'm gonna fall, I'm gonna fall, I'm gonna fall, and like, it was kind of on a slant, like, you know, where the parking lots or the parking spots are, so it was kind of on a slant, so I was like trying to walk there, but it was icy, right? So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna slip, and I was just sliding, I like hold myself and just slide like a few inches or so, like never more than a foot. But the foot was the scariest one, because I'm like, I'm gonna fall, I'm gonna fall, I'm gonna fall. So that was fun. And then after that, of course, I just took the rain route, and then the break was the rain route. Anyway, another fun thing, actually two things while I was outside. We'll just get the weird one out of the way first. So like, you know, like, it was just so weird. Like, there was this girl like that had like no pants on. I'm just like, what are you? It's like the coldest day of the year so far, and you don't have any pants on. Okay, whatever, your body, whatever. So then she goes to lean into her car. I'm like, what are you doing? And like, of course, the whole thing is just like riding up like the whole time. So it's just like, okay, you know, what are you doing? Oh my god. And like the whole thing was just hanging out there. I'm like, wow, like, really? I mean, of course, you don't want to like say anything, because like as soon as you say something, you're like, oh god, you're such a pervert, you know. But like at the same time, you're just like, okay, just like kind of like, you know, hold your hand over your eye, like, and just kind of look away, but you're still kind of looking at it anyway. So that was like, what the heck happened? And okay, so that was that. And then on the way back, I found a quarter on the ground, which was like amazing, because I just expect to find, like, you know, I do this thing where it's like, yay, pennies from heaven. So it's just like, if I find a penny on the ground that day, I'm like, hey, I did a good thing, or I did my job, or I was a good person, or whatever, you know what I mean? So like, I usually only expect to find pennies, and usually the average is about, I would say probably 3 to 4 a week, if that. Sometimes it goes like 1 a week, or maybe 3 weeks without anything. So that's the average. But today, or actually yesterday, I found a quarter on the ground, and that's a huge deal for me, because I do a laundromat system, right? So I have to you know, pay quarters. It takes 5 quarters to do a load of laundry. So I just got a free quarter, which is great. But anyway, that was my really long story. I mean, let's see how many from the kill site out to here. You covered about 20, I would say about 30 miles of me just talking. So good job if you made it through that. You get the awesome star. We're going to go ahead and radio command and see what they want us to do. Nothing. They want us to stay here. Okay, fine, whatever. We got lots of fuel. We got lots of torpedoes. Let's go get one more kill, and that will be the video. And while it processes and renders and all that good stuff, I will be going to the store to pick up a dehumidifier because heat or no heat, the water is still condensing on the windows, like at such an alarming pace that I'm worried that it's gonna, you know, fall off the windows and onto the wood. So I don't really care. I'm just gonna go buy one and just like, okay, whatever. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm gonna do today. Besides that, just play some heroes and generals. After this, of course. So, where's my ship? I need a ship to sink. And this is probably one of the crappiest patrol zones in the universe. 'Cause it's like, honestly, I'd say it's like, just send me back to the Marshalls. Because it's, yeah. Formosa Straits, intelligence indicates that, okay, let's see where we are. Formosa, that's down here. I would be down there if you didn't want to send me up here. I mean, it's like, geez, what am I doing up here? I want to be in this area or in this area. They want me here, freaking weirdos. Oh well, whatever. Let's keep going. Incidentally, I do remember some statistics. Oh, thank goodness. I do remember some statistics saying that during the time of World War II, only about 2 to 3% of the entire Navy was submarines. But by the end of it, they accounted for nearly 55% of the amount of tons sunk during the war. So that's kind of a pretty friggin' cool stat, if I do say so myself. And of course, they did most of that in only 2 years, because for the first 2 years that the United States was involved, our torpedoes were crap. So if you think about that, it's even cooler. At least I think so. Alright, so we got to track down this guy. I promise I won't talk too much more. But that's kind of, I don't know, I'm going to try out that format and see if you guys like it any better. You know, I mean, I said on my YouTube description page, it's like, you know, just play games, have fun, keep it real. You know, I mean, I'm not going to tell you like where I live or my bank address or what all that stuff, but I mean, I'm not going to be just oh god, like one of those guys who's just like, oh hey guys, oh look at all this cool stuff, explosions, bro. God, okay, take your ADHD medication and then get the fuck away from me. God, those guys annoy me. Anyway. I'm not saying that if you like those kinds of people that you can't watch them anymore. I'm not saying that at all. It's your life, you can do whatever you want, but I am saying that I would prefer something a little bit more intelligent and a little bit more real. And I don't see a lot of that. It's mostly just for show, you know? But, you know, want to keep it real, want to be somewhat intelligent, I think. Oh, who cares? I'm rambling. Let's get some information here as I spit all my spit onto the screen, which is not a good thing to do because my screen is an HDMI screen, and if you know anything about an HDMI screen, you know that it's not a plastic screen like the ones you're used to seeing on most conventional laptops. What that means is that you can't just scratch off the dirt I tried that when I first got my computer screen. I'm like, oh, it's just a screen. Scratch, scratch, scratch. Oh, shit, there's like dirt everywhere and it's spreading and it just, oh, it's not working. So basically, yeah, you have to keep it immaculately clean, and the only way to do so is with a special rubbing alcohol, which I have yet to purchase. So yeah. Living life on the edge, man. It's been like, what, a year and a half since I bought this screen and still haven't been properly cleaned. Alright, let's get a ranged target. A range, I should say range to projected target. We can go at like this fast. Keep the engines going about half as what they were. Okay, so, or I can make this an aft attack, in which case I'd want to be going a lot faster. Yeah, why not? Let's make this an aft attack. Go fast. Go really, really fast. Like, flank speed fast. If we're gonna pull this off. Anyway, conditions of the sea is absolute garbage. It is cloudy, it is rough, but it is clear, so that is good enough for me. As long as it's clear. If it was foggy, it would suck. So anyway, let's get some circles. Everyone loves the circles. I love circles. It just helps me organize my thoughts. There we go. Perfect. It's really hard to get that 50-yard threshold in such a zoomed out thing. Gonna make it just fine. Alright, so let's check out this. We're good to go. Remarkably, Fraps has been behaving very nicely today. You know, hasn't been giving me too much grief. I go really slow now. Okay. So the trick with an aft attack is that you really don't want to overshoot your target. So here we go. Oh, you fragger. Man, it's like he knew. Alright, go ahead and go to standard.
Ahead standard.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Oh, he's actually a little bit closer, which is going to help me out quite a bit. Even closer. Just enough. Closer. I imagined it a little to the left. Just for consistency's sake, I'm going to follow along that circle. For no particular reason other than the fact that I feel like it. So it just makes it look kind of cool, like that line is connected to the circle, and the way to get it to change is to move it around the circle. Alright, so we're looking at a course of 321, which is about, about there.
New course. 3, 2,
Yes,
2.
sir.
Good enough. Let's see, range to target. Almost at dive distance, honestly. We need a new circle. Should be alright. There we go. That's our new circle. Okay, so question is how close is this line to what is actually going to happen? I don't know, but we got oh no, he slowed down. Okay, great, so we don't have to worry about that so much. Alright, so soon we're going to need to dive. It's more like a slow speed to me. Anyway, we can probably go ahead and get the boat slowing down. Yeah, go ahead and do that. Still rough as can be, so we're gonna have to be a little bit more surface than usual. Alright. Let's see here. This is our diving. Oops, that's our to range. This is our other thing, and that's our other thing. Alright, so we're gonna be about here.
Sir. New depth. 5.
Alright, so go ahead and keep moving forward a little bit, but not too quickly. Obviously we want to see the guy, but, you know, probably want to be somewhere about there by the time we're ready to shoot. We should make it just fine. Okay, so sonar.
Current depth. 40.
What you got? You should be around here somewhere. Alright, so there's the contact. What do you guys think it is? I'm thinking it's going to be the same type of ship in the mid-range. It's hard to pick it out exactly, but you know, it's part of the game. It's part of the fun. Alright, so we got them tracking. So we're good.
Merchant. Closing. Bearing. 7. 3.
So now all we got to do is adjust our speed accordingly.
Merchant.
Ah, stop.
Bearing. 7.
You're wrecking my circle. Alright, got him. Let's do this.
4.
Let's
Closing.
do this, ladies. 1, 2,
Merchant. Bearing.
3. Perfect. Alright, there he is. Like so.
6. 9. Closing.
Roger. Range of, or speed of 9 knots. Fabulous. Okay, so we're... all the way up there. Yep, we took a range there. The circles are a little bit off, but that's okay. We just grab another one. And go
Merchant.
boop.
Bearing. 6. 8. Closing.
And see how accurate we can make this, like that, give or take. Actually, our range is going to be something more like this, but we're still well within range. Okay, so we're just going to let her go. And when we get to this circle, we're going to see what happens.
Merchant. Bearing. 6. 7. Closing.
Okay. Has to be exact, otherwise it doesn't count. Alright, good enough. Let's give her a whirl, guys. See what we come up with. 1, 2, and it might be going a little bit faster actually.
2. Closing.
Well, let's find out. We'll be close enough to 9 knots, you know. I don't know. Maybe the circle is just drawn wrong. Yeah, we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. It's 9 knots. Alright, scope. Give me a sight. We're at 59, so it's over here.
Merchant. Bearing.
There she is. And she looks like a weird one. That's cool. We just need to get an exact line right now. Don't need to know what she is, just need to know that she's there. That's all. Just need to know that you're there and you're going to be coming to us soon. Could actually be just 1 degree less. Maybe even a ½ degree. That looks pretty good. What do you guys think? I think that looks pretty dang good. Okay, so that's good. Oops.
Bearing. 5, 7.
As I
Closing.
donk my mic around. I say mic in quotation marks because it's just a headphone mic. Fund me on my Patreon. Just kidding, you guys probably hear enough of that crap. Alright, you know what I think it is? It's a small one. Because this funnel's way too big. It's not that one, because it has the masts that go off to the side. It could very well be this one. I did say that it was weird.
Bearing. 5, 6.
But what I honestly think it is going to be one of these. That's what I think it is. So we'll find out. In the meantime, we have our line. We have everything we need for the moment. So we're going to drop our scope and get back onto the sound page, which is right
5.
here. Alright, so let's do a projected 9 knots. That's about here. We'll take it again when it's something like that, just to make sure, for consistency's sake. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. There, good enough, whatever.
5.
If it's off by a pixel or two, it's not going to hurt anything in the long run. 2.
Bearing. 5.
And as you can see, we're coming right up on it. She's already at bearing 44. We're going to be firing something like at 15 or 10. So we don't have too much time to faff around here. But we do need some measurements. See, she went back up to 10.
Bearing. 4, 3.
So 10 is the speed that we'll use.
Bearing. 4.
Give me my informations. Alright, so we know that we have these and these tubes, so we'll use those. Okay, so that's good. We need a speed of 10. We need an angle on bow of, yeah, pretty much right there, actually.
Bearing. 4,
And
1.
of course, the range is the question, isn't it? So what do we got for our range right now? 2.5, so we're going to put 2.3 for the range, which is about there.
Bearing. 4, 0.
And it's pretty good. So obviously we'll need to correct in a bit, but for now I want to know what it is.
3, 9.
Yeah, it's a small one. Alright, deck gun action time. Go ahead and accelerate.
Ahead slow.
Reason why I can get away with this is because
Bearing. 3.
the ship's this way. Our propellers are here. So even if they had sonar, they might be able to hear this one as it echoes off of this part of the ship back to them. But for the most part, they shouldn't be able to hear us.
7.
You know, if it was like a destroyer, I'd be obviously a lot more careful, but, you know. It's not a destroyer. It's probably just an unarmed merchant ship. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do to calculate range.
3.
We got this guy, right? Boom. Now we know the mast height, which is here. So based on some complicated trigonometry stuff that I never cared to learn about, but now would desperately need to know about, we can now calculate the exact range.
Yes, sir.
Bearing.
Go ahead.
Handful.
Spin those up.
5.
We're gonna close into gun range. We're gonna check on them every 10 degrees. Alright, so
Bearing.
about 31, we'll check on them.
4.
Right? Updated range. Good. Keep going.
Bearing. 0.
Okay, as you can see, it's a lot closer.
2. 9.
Perfect gun range. And we are in perfect gun range. And at this distance, we can clearly observe that there are no
1.
guns whatsoever on this ship. So, men, get on it.
Bearing. 1. 5.
Ready for this?
Yes, sir. Low ballast.
This should be pretty dramatic since we're going full speed. Which we should probably stop doing right now.
1. 0.
Because we don't want to be too close when this thing goes off. If it goes off.
Yes, sir. Rudder.
Merchant.
3. 8.
Bearing.
Yes, sir.
8. Moving away.
Awesome. See how we're going to kind of angle our attack here?
Yes, sir. Ahead 1/3.
Merchant. Bearing. 9.
Okay.
Moving away.
And
Merchant.
waterline
Bearing.
and fire.
1. 3. Moving away.
That wasn't the waterline.
Merchant. Bearing. 1. 7. Moving away. Merchant.
Hello.
Bearing. 2. 3. Moving away.
I guess I don't want to shoot because it's all, you know.
Merchant. Bearing.
Oh, nice. We're punching holes right through her side.
away.
Beautiful. Fire.
Merchant. Bearing. 3. 5. Moving away.
Come on. Come on.
Merchant. Bearing. 4. 1. Moving away.
She's getting closer.
Merchant. Bearing. 4.
Yes, sir. 8. Back emergency.
Moving away.
Rudder. 3. 8. Rudder. 0.
Merchant.
Yeah, she's getting closer.
Bearing.
So we're going backwards now.
5. 5.
I ain't playing this game.
Closing.
Sucker, can't catch me.
Merchant. Bearing.
You can try, but you will
Closing.
fail. Actually, let's go for a Titanic kind of fuel. Let's
Merchant. Bearing.
only shoot the front until she goes under.
Closing.
It's going to be artful about
Merchant.
this, right?
Bearing. 4. 1. Moving away.
Woo, look at her rock.
Merchant. Bearing. 3.
Yes, sir.
5.
Stop.
Moving away. Merchant.
Come on, you.
Bearing. 3. 1. Moving away.
Gotta wait for the ship to rock a certain way. Oop, there she goes. Boom! We're adequate distance away that we are not dead. Because I like being alive. Oh, well, so much for Titanic fuel. That thing... Actually, yeah, that was pretty much like how Titanic went, huh? Oh, well. No, she's down. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Alright, awesomeness. Just curious. Yeah, there he is. How, over 1,000 feet, so we're never gonna see the bottom. Oh, there's a guy! There's still a guy here! Oh, look at him. He's freaking the crap out. Like, oh man, you are dead meat, dude. Well, you know, now you know how it feels, because all the sailors that you guys freaking killed at Pearl Harbor, yeah, now you know how it feels. Now it feels so good now, does it? Yeah, that's right, you fragger, get out of my face. Bye. Bye. Alright, good stuff. So, that done, we need to go back to our patrol route. So there's a nice clean engagement, kind of. So, helmsman, where Turn to course.
Returning to course, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Throttle guy. Go back to doing what you were doing. You can only imagine what it would be like to do a duty station at here. I mean, it's just like your job for the next, 8 hours is to stand there and look at these gauges that never move. Have fun with that. you know what I'm saying? That'd be crazy. Also relieve the watch.
Secure from battle stations.
Yeah, so all the other peoples can go like rest and stuff if they wish. Okay guys, so I think that's gonna be the episode. For now. Yeah, I think we're at a good stopping spot.
New message received.
We'll get a messages sent. So we got 22,281 tons so far. Do have some vacation coming up around Christmas time. So probably as a Christmas present, I might release like 3 or 4 videos maybe if I get bored, which I will, because it's going to be a 5-day of just nothing for me. Because I don't make enough money to do vacations properly, so I'm just going to stay home and just probably make a bunch of videos and just kind of release them all at once just for you. So look forward to that. Hopefully have the next one somewheres between now and then, somewhere in the middle. So anyways, thank you for sticking with me for so long. If you listen to all my boring stuff, give a like down below and tell me which part was your favorite. Not that you have to, but anyway, until the next one guys, run silent, run deep.